weaker flash PMI number out yesterday. Have you changed your growth forecast for the year? And how should investors position on China?
No, it doesn't actually change our forecast at all. I think it's pretty much in line with expectations. The credit squeeze in China happened at the end of the second quarter, so it's not really a surprise that we're actually starting to see the numbers feeding through at the beginning of the third quarter. I think we're going to see a whole series of weaker PMI prints for the next couple of months while this effect of this squeeze is playing its way through the market or through the economy moreover. I think in terms of the market though, a lot of this news appears to have already been factored in. The GDP expectations have been brought down quite significantly. A lot of people are talking about 7% GDP, maybe even below 7% GDP. So the market has had time to absorb this. Now, if we had had a number like this 6 months ago, I think it would have been a big shock. But right now, I don't think it's come as a huge surprise to international investors, at least. Now, in terms of the markets, we actually think there's a bit of a divergence going on here, given that the market has already factored in a lot of bad news as far as it goes for China. What we are thinking is that the next stage of the market is actually going to be a bounce higher as equity markets react to a weaker dollar. So, for example, on June the 25th, Mr. Bernanke had the opportunity of really putting the boot in, if you like, into the markets and into a much deeper correction, and instead toned down the rhetoric, even though tapering is likely to come in September, very much toned down the expectations of hawkishness that was starting to build in the market. And under that environment, what we are seeing right now is a short cover going on in the market, driven very much by long-only buying. And in a weaker dollar environment, you're seeing financials across the region benefiting, but in particular in China and in Hong Kong, the property names are also getting quite well supported. So we think in the short term, markets will bounce, and then going into September, when renewed talk of tapering comes about, we'll have to review the situation again then.